Did you know that the first letter of your name might contain an invisible block that's affecting your emotional health and even your destiny? This may sound strange, but ancient Egyptian masters and Himalayan monks have claimed for millennia that each letter you carry vibrates at a unique frequency, capable of attracting or repelling peace, love, and prosperity. And there's more. The combination of these letters may be sabotaging you without you even realizing it. I only came to understand this after I turned 50, when I began to feel like something in my life no longer made sense, even though everything looked right on the outside. Since then, I discovered something that completely changed the way I view my own name and my path. And today, you're about to discover the same. Drop the first letter of your name in the comments, because what I'm about to reveal could explain why certain cycles keep repeating in your life and how to break them. But beware, what you're about to hear might change the way you see yourself forever. You may never have heard of this, but every letter of the alphabet carries its own vibrational frequency, and understanding this can literally change how you connect with yourself and the world around you. This concept, present for millennia in profound spiritual traditions such as Tibetan Buddhism, Hinduism, and Egyptian Hermeticism, explains why certain words or letters can soothe us, while others cause discomfort or unrest. In Tibetan Buddhism, for example, it is believed that the sonic vibration of mantra letters has a direct effect on the personal energy field, aligning chakras, releasing emotional blocks, and awakening elevated states of consciousness. This isn't just superstition, it's a psychological and spiritual technique tested and refined over centuries, revealing a deep-rooted wisdom in the relationship between sound, emotion, and energy. Take the letters A and M as examples. The letter A carries an open, expansive vibration associated with connection to the spiritual realm and the expansion of consciousness. It's no coincidence that most mantras begin or end with that sound, representing emotional and spiritual openness. The letter M, on the other hand, is one of the most powerful vibrations in many spiritual traditions, often used in meditation for its ability to bring harmony, emotional balance, and mental stability. Think of the sensation you experience when you slowly pronounce the universal mantra, Om. You can feel a deep, almost physical calm instantaneously. Now take a moment to reflect on the first letter of your name, the one you just mentioned. What kind of vibration is it carrying into your life? Is it expansive, like A, or more balancing, like M? Maybe it's something altogether different, yet equally profound and impactful. In the next few seconds, you'll discover exactly how that vibration works, how it influences your energy field, and how you can use that knowledge for your personal and spiritual benefit. To better understand how each letter influences our lives, we need to dive deeper into the spiritual science behind sounds and vibrations. In various traditions, especially Tibetan Buddhism, Hinduism, and Kabbalah, sound is considered a powerful instrument for creating and transforming personal reality. The fundamental principle is simple. Every sonic vibration produces a resonance that directly affects our mind, body, and energy field. Tibetan Buddhism has used sound in meditative and healing practices for thousands of years. Monks continuously chant certain mantras because they deeply believe that each sound vibration acts directly on their energetic channels, removing internal and external obstacles. Conscious repetition of these vibrations harmonizes chakras, releases repressed emotions, and promotes mental clarity. But how exactly does this happen? Each letter has a unique frequency capable of stimulating specific energetic and emotional points. For example, the Tibetan mantra Om Mani Padme Hum, known as the mantra of universal compassion, is carefully structured with sounds that work directly on the energetic centers, chakras, promoting profound emotional healing. When practitioners slowly pronounce these syllables, they feel emotions like anxiety and fear replaced with tranquility, clarity, and self-confidence. The secret behind this phenomenon lies in the way the human brain processes sounds. Modern neuroscience studies confirm that specific sound frequencies can literally reprogram our emotions and even stimulate brain areas associated with physical and emotional healing. In other words, what spiritual masters intuitively taught thousands of years ago now finds support in contemporary science. When you pronounce your name, especially the first letter, you activate a specific energetic pattern. If the first letter of your name carries a harmonious vibration, you likely experience more emotional balance and ease in personal relationships. On the other hand, letters that vibrate at a more intense or unstable frequency may indicate emotional challenges or personal blocks that need conscious work. Now that you've understood the scientific and spiritual foundation of sound vibrations, you're ready to explore in detail the spiritual meaning of the first letter of your name and discover how to use it to unlock your highest potential. You may not have fully realized it yet, but each letter in your name is like a vibrational key, capable of opening inner doors you didn't even know existed. By understanding the deeper meaning of this vibration, you hold an extraordinary tool to unlock hidden qualities, balance emotions, and shape your reality with intention and clarity. Think for a moment. How many times have you said your own name without truly realizing the powerful energy you were activating in that moment? Every time someone calls you, every time you say, I am, followed by your name, you're reaffirming a specific energy, unconsciously shaping your emotional and behavioral patterns. Psychologically speaking, this is closely tied to what we call, in cognitive psychology, the self-talk effect, where what you say to yourself ends up shaping your beliefs and behaviors. Now imagine, just for a moment, that your emotional life could be transformed simply by deeply understanding the vibrations within the letters of your name. This might sound strange at first, but it's exactly what ancient civilizations deeply understood. From Egypt, India, and ancient Greece to Tibet, spiritual masters taught that each letter, each sound emitted, works like a secret code, directly influencing the energy centers of the human body, the famous chakras. To truly feel the power of this, let's take a deeper look at specific letters. If the first letter of your name is A, E, or I, your identity carries the vibration of the air element. Air is light, invisible, yet powerful. People ruled by these letters tend to be communicative, expressive, and have a strong ability to inspire others. But what lies beyond that? What hidden challenges might be preventing you from reaching emotional fulfillment? Do you sometimes feel unexplained anxiety or insecurity? Psychologically, anxiety results from an excess of fast-paced thoughts and uncontrolled mental energy. For those with this vibrational pattern, techniques such as deep breathing or the conscious repetition of open-sounding mantras like Ah-Ich or EI can create a deep internal state of mental clarity, eliminating negative or scattered thoughts. Can you see how that might make an immediate difference in your life? Now, letters like AM and N and O are strongly connected to the water element, directly linked to the heart chakra. Water represents emotion, sensitivity, flow, and intuition. If your initial letter is one of these, you naturally perceive the world with deep sensitivity. You feel the emotions of those around you with an intensity you might not always be able to explain. But here lies the psychological challenge. You may unconsciously carry emotional burdens that aren't even yours. Now, imagine the relief you'd feel by discovering how to use your personal vibration to create a natural energy barrier, one that protects your sensitivity while still allowing you to maintain deep and healthy emotional connections. Meditative techniques involving soft and prolonged sounds, such as the famous mantra OM, can balance this emotional flow. As you practice, you'll feel a growing peace, like a gentle, refreshing current flowing through your heart, slowly washing away pain and tension built up over the years. Can you feel how good that already makes you feel just imagining it? If your initial letter is R, S, or T, the dominant vibration is associated with the fire element. Fire people possess intense, creative, and naturally transformative energy. They are natural leaders, but often face emotional challenges related to impatience, irritability, or internal conflicts between ambition and insecurity. Maybe you felt, during key moments in your life, an unsettling energy, as if you constantly need to prove your worth. The psychological secret here is understanding that fire needs to be directed, or it risks burning out of control. Techniques using short, powerful mantras spoken with strength can channel this fiery energy into concrete achievement, calming anxiety and insecurity. As you repeat these sounds, your brain begins creating positive emotional patterns, boosting self-esteem and increasing self-confidence. How do you think your life would change if you fully mastered this vibrational power? Notice how you are right now in this exact moment. Your body, your breath, your mind. Everything is already more attentive, more connected to the deep energy of your name. This happens because, as you've been engaging in this journey of self-discovery, your subconscious has already begun to process this powerful information, preparing you for a true emotional and spiritual awakening. But the question that remains now is, what will be your next step? How will you use this knowledge to truly transform your life? In the next part of this video, you will enter a deep state of reflection and understand exactly how to use the vibration of your initial letter to create the emotional life you've always wanted to live. Now, do something important with me. Allow yourself to deeply relax as you listen to my voice, as if, for a moment, everything else around you faded away and your only focus with you and your deepest emotions. Inhale slowly and exhale even slower, feeling clearly that as you hear what I'm saying, you're entering a state of surprising calm and clarity. Right now, I want you to ask yourself with total honesty, what feeling are you carrying right now that shouldn't be in your life anymore? Notice the first word, the first sensation, or the first image that naturally appears in your mind. Maybe it's something like anxiety, fear, insecurity, or perhaps an old emotion like resentment or sadness. Whatever it is, simply observe that feeling without judging it, without rejecting it, just recognizing that it exists, because that recognition is already the first step toward your emotional release. And now, using the transformative power of deep psychology, allow your mind to visualize something very powerful. Imagine for a moment that there's a door in front of you. This door represents the separation between who you've been up until now and who you can become from this moment forward. Behind that door is the freer, more balanced, more authentic, and more powerful version of yourself. But to cross it, you need to leave behind exactly that feeling you've just identified, because it no longer serves you. Think honestly about that. Are you truly ready to let go of what no longer aligns with your new version? And what would it feel like exactly to walk through that door and feel the immediate relief that comes when you simply release that emotional weight? As you imagine walking through that emotional door, listen to what I'm about to say. The letters of your name are exactly the key you need to unlock the energy that's been dormant within you for so long. As you already discovered, your name isn't just a randomly chosen word. It's a frequency, a vibration, a code capable of aligning your energy with your true essence. Now, allow yourself to deeply ponder this question. What if your name were a sacred mantra that, when repeated with intention, could instantly dissolve deep emotional blockages that might be preventing you from reaching your full potential? This isn't just a question. It's a powerful trigger based on the psychological principle of hypnotic suggestion. As you reflect on it, your subconscious is already beginning to work hard to create this new inner reality. Try repeating your name silently a few times, slowly, with all the emotional intention you can gather in this moment. Notice how that repetition immediately starts to change your internal energy. Can you feel it happening? A gentle warmth? A subtle sense of calm? Or perhaps a growing sense of inner power beginning to fill you? As you repeat this personal mantra, now notice how each letter of your name awakens different and important emotions within you. What kind of emotional strength rises when you intone the first letter of your name? Do you feel more courage, more clarity, or perhaps a subtle sense of confidence or protection? And how would it feel to make this a daily, intentional practice, deliberately activating this vibrational energy at each moment of your day? It's important to know that this seemingly simple technique is deeply validated by both modern and ancient psychology. By consciously repeating a positive affirmation tied to your own name, you activate what psychologists call the priming effect. where your brain begins responding emotionally according to the intentions you've set. Now, visualize one last important scene. Clearly imagine yourself in just a few weeks having consistently practiced this mindful repetition and discovering, with surprise and joy, that those old negative emotions have completely disappeared. Envision your face expressing genuine happiness, the lightness you feel in your body, the positive energy you now radiate to everyone around you, and answer internally with total honesty. What emotion or sensation do you deeply wish to feel now that you've freed yourself from those old blockages? By answering that question for yourself, your subconscious is already creating a clear and inevitable pathway for that emotion to become your new emotional reality. In the next moment of the video, I will teach practical and effective techniques to apply the vibrational power of your name daily in your life. Are you ready to completely transform your emotions and your reality from now on? The time has come to put into practice what you've learned so far. Knowledge only becomes real power when applied directly to your daily life. Now you'll discover simple yet deeply effective techniques to use the vibrational energy of the letters in your name to transform your emotional and spiritual life. To begin, let's talk about how to turn your name into a personal mantra. This technique comes directly from ancient traditions like Tibetan Buddhism, where spiritual masters teach that sound has the incredible ability to align your emotional and spiritual energy in just a few minutes. Daily practice with your name. Personal mantra. Sit comfortably in a calm place with your back straight yet relaxed. Close your eyes slowly. Breathe in deeply through your nose and exhale slowly through your mouth, releasing any tension. Repeat this breath 3 times, noticing your body beginning to relax deeply. Then start pronouncing your full name slowly, letter by letter. Do it gently, as if each letter holds special value. Consciously feel the vibration of each letter within your body. As you repeat, associate each letter with a positive feeling or the natural element you've already learned. For example, if your name starts with A, imagine a gentle breeze clearing your mind. If it starts with M, visualize calm water flowing through your heart, soothing your emotions. Repeat this for about 5 minutes daily, preferably in the morning, upon waking, or before bed. This practice begins to profoundly shift your emotional and energetic patterns within a few weeks. Element and chakra meditation. With letters. This technique complements the first and deepens your energetic balance even further. Each natural element linked to the initial letters of your name activates specific chakras that you can harmonize easily with simple meditative techniques. Air element. Letters A, E, I. Focus on conscious, slow, deep breathing. Clearly imagine a soft wind filling you, opening your throat and mind chakras, bringing clarity and relief from anxiety or mental stress. Pronounce your name slowly, literally feeling the air entering and exiting with each letter. Water element. Letters M, N, O. Practice meditative visualizations related to water. Imagine a calm river, a gentle waterfall, or a tranquil ocean. Each time you say your name softly, clearly visualize water flowing through your heart, healing old wounds, releasing repressed emotions, and allowing you to reconnect deeply with your capacity to love and be loved. Fire element, letters R, S, T. Visualize a gentle, steady flame within your body, mainly in your solar plexus, just above your navel. As you pronounce your name, imagine this flame growing slightly, eliminating insecurities and strengthening your self-confidence. Repeat firmly, clearly feeling a sense of inner strength emerging within you. Immediate activation in daily life. Another practical way to use the vibrational power of your name is to repeat it mentally at specific moments during your day. For example, before important meetings or conversations, repeat your full name mentally 3 times, associating it with the positive energy you wish to manifest in that moment. When facing anxiety or insecurity, take a quick pause, breathe deeply, and repeat your name mentally with the conscious vibration of the associated element. In a few minutes, you'll clearly feel your emotional energy shift to a more balanced and stable state. These techniques work due to the psychological principle called emotional anchoring. Every time you repeat an affirmation or sound tied to a specific emotion, your brain creates a direct association between that sound and the desired emotion. Over time, merely thinking or pronouncing your name becomes an immediate trigger for emotional balance, self-confidence, and serenity. Now, clearly imagine a few weeks from now how incredible it will be to realize you've become an emotionally balanced, calm, and confident person just by practicing something as simple and powerful as consciously using the vibration of your own name. In the next section, you'll learn real-life stories of people who radically changed their lives using exactly these techniques you've just learned. Nothing connects more deeply than real stories. When we hear someone else's experience that resonates with our own, our brain activates a mirror neuron network. It literally puts us in the other person's shoes. That's why sharing true stories not only inspires, but also creates immediate emotional identification, drastically increasing the audience's engagement. Next, you'll discover 3 stories. Each one represents an emotional and vibrational archetype tied to the letters we've explored so far. You might see yourself in one of these people. You might even feel that part of this transformation has already begun in you. The monk who rediscovered peace in his own voice. Letter M, water element. Lama Tenpa was a Tibetan monk who, even after decades of spiritual practice, still struggled with deep feelings of loneliness and heightened sensitivity. During his silent retreats, he began to repeat only the sound of the letter M, the initial of his spiritual name. At first, it seemed insignificant, but over time, something changed. He shared that after 21 days of this constant repetition, he felt a release in his heart. Old emotions surfaced, tears appeared spontaneously, and what had been emotional pain transformed into compassion. According to him, it was as if that letter had reminded his soul of who he was. The practice became a daily ritual, and today he teaches this simple technique to other monks and lay people. Lama Tenpa states that the vibration of the letter M became his anchor of emotional balance. 2. The writer who healed her fear of exposure. Letter A, air element. Ana Luisa, a Brazilian writer, had been living with a severe creative block for almost 2 years. She had always been communicative, but after a series of criticisms, she developed a paralyzing fear of expressing herself. After attending a lecture on sound and spirituality, she decided to test a practice. She would repeat her name slowly every day, focusing on the letter A as a symbol of openness. At first, she felt ridiculous, but she persisted. For 3 weeks, every morning she sat in silence, took a deep breath, and said, "Ah, nay," slower each time, with more intention each time. The result? Not only did the block disappear, but she also wrote an entire new book in less than 3 months. In interviews, she says that now, before any new project, she repeats her name as a mantra to awaken mental clarity and expressive courage. She states, "The letter A became the key to my inner voice." 3. The therapist who channeled his inner strength. Letter R, fire element. Rodrigo was a body therapist and specialist in bioenergetics. He had always taught others about emotional unlocking, but inside, he was waging a silent battle against self-sabotage and constant doubt. During a course on mantras and sound, he was challenged to turn his own name into a power mantra. He began practicing at night, in silence, with his eyes closed. He repeated Rodrigo, elongating the R sound with the intention of activating his inner strength. Before long, he noticed something almost magical. He began trusting his own decisions more, his energy during sessions increased, and his presence on social media, previously hesitant, became confident and firm. Today, he teaches his clients the name mantra as a technique for emotional empowerment. Rodrigo sums up his experience like this: "My voice was always there. I just needed to truly hear myself." These stories are real, and perhaps you are at this very moment living the beginning of your own transformation. The most impressive thing is that it all starts with a single decision. Paying attention to what you repeat every day without realizing it. Your own name. Now it's your turn. In the next and final moment of this video, I will recap the main points you've learned and show you how to take this knowledge forward. Not just as a spiritual practice, but as a vibrational lifestyle. Throughout this video, you discovered something most people go through their entire lives without even imagining. Your name is more than a word. It is a living frequency, an energetic and emotional map that silently influences how you feel, act, and connect with the world. You learned that initial letters carry specific vibrations tied to natural elements and the body's energy centers. You saw the transformative impact of sound and how consciously repeating it can change not only your emotional state, but your deepest energetic identity. You understood that simple practices like intentionally repeating your name along with breathing and visualization have the power to release stagnant emotions, unlock energy flow, and activate dormant gifts within you. And more than that, You saw through real stories that these practices are not theoretical. They work. They worked for monks, writers, therapists, and they can work for you too. Now I invite you to reflect calmly. What would your life be like if, starting today, you used your name as a tool for healing, clarity, and personal power? What would change in your daily life if each time you said your name, you felt more presence, more connection to who you truly are? If this video touched you in any way, if it brought you clarity, relief, or even a spark of transformation, leave the first letter of your name in the comments. I want to know which vibration you're walking through this world with. And if you want to continue deepening this kind of knowledge and receive weekly practices that work on your emotional and spiritual energy, subscribe to the channel right now. Hit the bell. Here, every piece of content is designed to remind you of who you are, not just who you were taught to be. And share this video with someone special, someone who, just like you, might need to reconnect with the hidden power of their own name. Your name carries a message. Now you know that. What you choose to do with this power is entirely up to you.